Hi guys. So it's 4:30 p.m. British summertime, and I've been up for 12 hours. Why, you ask? Well, I'll tell you why. I was stupid enough, or lucky enough, depending on which way you want to put it, to go and watch Lost at 5 a.m. this morning, just so I could watch it at the same time as the Americans do. Was it worth it? I'd say yeah, it was an experience. It's kind of like those people that go to the cinema at midnight, you know, to watch Star Wars or whatever. You know, I can look back in years to come and say, yeah, I was there. I woke up at 5 a.m. Blah blah blah. Was I satisfied? After the first hour of having like a nerdgasm, going, oh my god, I've seen the end of Lost. Oh my god, that was brilliant. Niggles, you know, and I start thinking like, hang on a sec, I had a list of things that I wanted to find out. Like, okay, so it's quite clearly Egyptian architecture on the island. They've built a temple, they've built statues, there's hieroglyphs, there's references to Anubis under the ground, and you think, oh right, vents, you know, for the smoke monster, blah 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 blah. Okay, it just that didn't get answered. I mean, I'm going to go on a tangent here, but right. In the episode before last, the penultimate episode, if you want to get fancy, we found out that obviously Jacob's brother, I'll get to that in a minute, either became the smoke monster or the smoke monster took a manifestation of Jacob's brother, and it travelled through the vents, which they called the Cerberus vents or whatever, CV on the Dharma map. Okay, now considering they were speaking Latin, you're looking at about 2,000 years ago when that first happened. Egyptian culture, though. Did they come afterwards? Probably not. They probably came before that, you know, maybe 5,000 years ago. So why was the... I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were the ones who... They were probably the ones who put it in there in the first place. So actually that makes sense. But, right, I'm coming to this now. Smoke monster, right? You're shown that Jacob throws his brother, who... He fucking deserves a name. I mean, seriously. You go on Lostpedia or any of the forums and he's referred to as... Man in Black, Men in Black, Man in Black, yeah, Man in Black, MIB, sorry, Men in Black's the film. Man in Black, Jacob's brother, he deserves a name, and I mean, okay, so, they say to you, right, okay, so Jacob pushes him in a tunnel with magic lighting, okay, I can live with that. Oh, the smoke monster comes out, I can live with that. But what the fuck is it? You still don't know. It makes all these clicking weirdy sounds, and it shows people their deeds and stuff, but they never actually tell you what it is. I mean, a lot of people are hating the fact that, and another metaphysical answer they gave is like, oh right, here's this cave that no one can see except for Jacob. I can live with that. And here's a white light with water flowing through it. I can live with that. Oh, and if you tap a donkey wheel into it and turn it, it moves the island. Okay, I can live with that. But I was really hoping for some sort of hardcore answers, you know, like... I mean, please, if you've not seen the final, you know, stop watching now. Favourite this video, watch it later, because I'm going to go into spoiler mode here. But Desmond goes down in the hole, finds this plug, and pulls the plug up, right? Okay. Who put that plug there? Sure, it's got hieroglyphics on, which again allures to the fact that Egyptians were there, but why did they do all this? How? Why? When? These are questions that I really, really wanted to know. I mean, okay, so some of the threads in the show died off, you know, naturally, like, oh, Walt, he's special, you know, you do this, he can do that, and then you never see him again, really. I can live with that. You know, Libby dies. I can live with that. I mean, it looked like it was going to be an interesting story there, and then they killed her off. I can live with that. But some of the most fundamental things, like what is the smoke monster and who built the fucking statue, I think are pretty big stories to miss out, especially for a finale. I mean, let's just have a look at Across the Sea, the last episode, the penultimate one we were just talking about before. You've got this man in black. You find out he's Jacob's brother. Okay, great. And there's a mother there, and she's just called Mother, and they keep calling her Man in Black, Jacob's brother, your brother, my son, and it's always alluring to the fact that they're using descriptions because he hasn't got a name, and you're thinking, oh, they're saving his name to the last episode, this is going to be wicked. Let down. I mean, the fact that, again, big spoiler here, that Hurley ends up becoming the king of the island, I thought was brilliant. He really deserved it, and then that sort of flash sideways, whereas my friend, which makes no fucking sense, calls it a flash paradox. I don't know. If you ask me, a flash paradox is something to do with flash forward, because, you know, it's a paradox that you see the board in the flash forward, but there wouldn't be a board without the flash forward. But anyway, that's a whole nother fucking story. And I've totally forgotten where I was up to. Yeah, so this flash sideways is purgatory or the afterlife, something like that. Okay, that's cool. And when, like, Hurley was saying, you made a great number 2 to Ben, and Ben was like, oh, you made a great number 1. Okay, so they died possibly hundreds of thousands of years in the future, you know, depending on how long the lifespan of Hurley was before he passed on the torch to someone else, which was great. You know, it was a compelling story, and I really liked it. So from a character aspect, I really enjoyed the story. And I realise I'm rambling on here, and you're probably all getting bored. I mean, I've been going on for 5 minutes and 55 seconds at this point. So, you know, if you stuck around, thanks. It took me back to Battlestar Galactica, how that ended. And, okay, they all got to Earth. And then what the fuck? Cara Thrace, she an angel or something? Because she's just fucking disappeared. What the hell happened to her? Oh, where did you get the coordinates to Earth? Oh, it was some music. Oh, okay, right. So you typed in, you know, Alone in the Watchtower or whatever, the song, dun, 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 and you found Earth. Okay. And then they start alluring to the fact that there's a god and he doesn't like to be called that or whatever. And then it ends and you're like, okay, it was a good story. But what the hell? I mean, the best bit about Lost is for the last 6 years, you watch an episode, you go on the forums or whatever, you start theorising, you spin theories, and it makes the whole thing more fucking interesting. So I suppose if they don't do that for the last episode and keep you guessing, then they haven't done the job, you know, because half the fun with Lost was guessing and formulating theories. But I suppose at the end, some people like myself, and I've seen the internet forums are ablaze with people furious. They just want answers. And considering that the creators said that some threads were going to die off, which I've just discussed, but the major ones were going to be answered, I'm pretty sure a major fucking one is the smoke monster. And Jacob. I mean, his mother, right? Okay, so she made it so that Jacob and his brother couldn't kill each other. She was also the one who gave him the water to drink to become, you know, the next god of the island, protector or whatever. But she's not an answer. She's just another question. And I guess that's what's kind of infuriating, really. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. I'm sure a lot of people don't. Please let me know what you think, and you know, basically, I guess I'm hoping for a TV movie or a direct-to-DVD movie, even if I have to pay 15 quid just to see a prequel, spin-off, whatever of them building, you know, the temple or the statue or even the bloody plug in the hole, and then maybe explaining what that is, and a spin-off without even seeing Jack, Kate, Sawyer, Hurley, or anyone like that. I'd be quite happy to pay that and watch it. And I guess that's what I'm hoping for. But I guess we can hope too much sometimes, can't we? Anyway, I'll see you later, guys.